Welcome back. Chanel, Versace, Dior, big names on the fashion circuit. The one thing they all have in common, aside from fashion, is that they are all European. And then there's Ellie Sab, a designer from Lebanon who has not only established himself as a red carpet favorite for Hollywood stars, he has become a bona fide player on the catwalks of couture.
I just put that down in this and then we're done.
Backstage at the Ellie Sab Autumn-Winter 2010-2011 ready-to-wear collection, a last-minute inspection by the designer himself. Nervous?
Normal, yes. No, I'm always nervous.
This is Paris Fashion Week, and for designers, the most important date on the fashion calendar.
It's a time very, very stressful because I want to see everything, I want to check everything.
On the other side, guests are seated, celebrities are photographed, and the all-important fashion editors of major magazines take their positions in the front row. It is a full house, and for Ellie Sab, a moment of reckoning. Ellie Sab's designs are often seen as a red carpet favorite for Hollywood stars, but for fashion editors who are often the toughest critics, this show was a success.
I thought it was his strongest show to date. I mean, he's, Ellie Sab has been sort of coming through strongly, kind of dressing celebrities, Oscars, sort of opening nights, and you're always kind of used to long, heavily embroidered, embellished dresses. This time, I mean, I think it was strong because it was more focused.
Ellie Sab has been making dresses since he was a 9-year-old boy in Beirut. His is a passion that celebrates the female form. It's a passion that has garnered him international recognition, but it is perhaps the acknowledgement he has received from the fashion elite in Paris that has made him a bona fide player in the competitive world of couture.
In Paris, I have little bit difficult time to be accepted, but now I'm so happy and I feel this is my place.
It was only in 2002, 20 years after he opened his first atelier in Beirut, when the name Ellie Sab became widely known. And it was because of this dress. The burgundy gown worn by Halle Berry when she accepted her award for Best Actress at the Oscars. After that, the Paris establishment followed with an invitation to join the prestigious Chambre Syndicale, a commission that decides which fashion house is truly haute couture.
I'm now accepted and I know everybody around me and I'm happy to be here. I feel my product gives me always the credibility.
I mean, this is a designer from Beirut, and he is really, breaking down any cultural barriers when it comes to the fashion establishment. Do you think he competes well with that?
I think he's competing. And I think he's here and people are coming to see his show without any reason to, apart from the fact that they're curious about what he's doing. I think he's gaining momentum. I think he's still got to find his own voice.
That arena includes expanding his privately owned company with stores planned for Moscow and Los Angeles. On this day in Paris, buyers from Sweden, Canada, and Russia were at the Ellie Sab store placing orders from his latest collection. What gives you the drive to keep doing what you do?
My challenge comes from too many things. First, all the people around me and everywhere in Paris and Beirut. This gives me a lot of responsibility. I work a lot, but what is good, I feel the progress. I feel I'm going in the good direction.
From a brand that began 30 years ago to one that is celebrating 150 years of craftsmanship, TAG Heuer, like other Swiss watch companies, have seen a concentrated growth in the emerging markets. Well, we sat down with the CEO to talk about brand positioning and performance.
TAG Heuer has a chance to have a kind of 3/3 business model, with 1/3 is Americas, 1/3 is Europe, Middle East, and the other third is Asia. So to that extent, we are quite balanced.
Has it always been that way, though?
Well, no, we used to be, let's say, with stronger percentage of our business in the Americas, weaker in Europe. And over the last year, one of our strategical targets has been to better balance between the three major poles of luxury. So I would say that in terms of balance, we are pretty well off now. When the recovery comes now, it has different speeds. So worldwide, Asia is leading the recovery, clearly, since 8 months. Europe has never gone really down, except maybe Spain, which has suffered a lot of real estate. And now the good news is that America is coming back.
The fact that Asia, though, is really buying aggressively now, and you're seeing that in your books, does that change the way you strategize your business at this point?
Well, I mean, Asia was, even before the crisis, growing much faster than the rest of the world, just because you have more emerging wealthy consumers than anywhere else in the world. So since years already, companies like Tiger have invested more and more in Asia, not only in marketing, but also building boutiques. For instance, a brand like Tiger, out of 100 boutiques worldwide, 80 are in Asia. So it shows, how much Asia...
That's huge.
It's huge, but it was not built last year because there was a crisis. It's a phenomenon which we started, 10 years ago. So what's going on right now is more and more Asian countries tend to get marketing investments, which often can be at least as, if not more, than traditional European countries or even United States.
In addition to marketing investment, what about investment in research and development technology from that region? Is there are there any plans to do that?
Well, we have to manage, the paradox of the global brand and the local tastes. In terms of technology, most of the R&D we do is kind of fundamental R&D we do in Switzerland, but since ever, and this has ever been a particularity of Tiger here, with a huge network worldwide, with universities, with research institutes, with aerospace companies, and they have no passports, they have no boundaries. So, if a great idea comes from, the aerospace industry in the US, we will take it. If it's a great idea, from the car industry in Japan, we'll borrow it. So, Tiger is a company very open to the outside world. We are obviously a Swiss-made company and a Swiss company, but we borrow a lot of ideas here and there.
Coming up.
Weren't you afraid to go do this, or afraid of what?
From New York to Jaipur, all that glitters is Indian gold. We join Waris Ahluwalia in Paris as he finds inspirations for his latest collection.